What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction.
Let's get it.
So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
VENDA is well known for its lush mountainous landscape, its people rich in culture, and a colorful traditional apparel that draws its inspiration from the wealth of colors around them. They are arguably one of the most laid-back tribes in the country. But twice a year, males of all ages in this tribe set their sights on a different facet of their culture, one that is dipped in combat.
Come on. Oh.
Ngamaitela chivenda munna mumwe na mumwe ufuna udisumbedza uri ndi munna ane avana nundu namusi vasatshumala vafuna mala kha muta une vado ḓiva uri ṅwana wavho uzwalani zwa muthu ane u ḓo kona u mutsireledza kha tshiṅwe na tshiṅwe.
Masangwe is the VENDA traditional bare-knuckle tournament that started in the late 1800s in the Chifudi valleys of Limpopo, the same place it's still held today. Much like the Senegalese wrestling or ancient Egypt stick fighting, Masangwe has been connected to the VENDA culture for generations.
Always kolomo dipeni vane va kolomo va urintu ngori yo shavisa ya muwe kato daritoro amudiwa ono utoma hamsango zvino vazvifani ndingazo nana musi utikadirwelwa dipei.
While the miniature Masangwe fights are held in villages throughout the year, the big tournament is withheld until December. The preparations are underway across VENDA's rolling hills for this year's brawl. Weight training from homemade weights and borrowed boxing equipment are used to get contestants fight ready.
Uh-oh, what happened to the audio?
Ndazviona zuri sizosikotorwa navathu nikolera mahala sisiyo petu nikolera petu navori aungopfireledzera asi zvavudi.
For Masangwe fighters, fighting outside the perimeters of the tournament is strictly prohibited. This discipline is welcomed by most.
Right, so I was thinking about that. Since they do this twice a year, what would happen if they did it outside of this, these festies, the random, exchange of blows, because they do it around, the dipping of their livestock. But he just answered it, so yeah. I'm clear on that.
So maybe it's looked down upon, because I know in boxing, one of the disciplines is that you can't really get in fights outside of boxing.
No, your hands are registered.
Right, so I wonder if it's like that.
Yeah.
These young men fight in the more explosive divisions of the tradition, the pre-ngwena category, which accommodates fighters between the ages of 19 to 22 years. But in the case of some, their dedication might be slightly questionable.
Ngamanda achakona uri chimwe chipinga kana chichimbira kana bhanda ndina vamwe atitodore vachimbira vatsinane ngori zvotova maropana ngava ndichimbira kana namwe moto tsinane.
It's a bloody rite of passage for every young VENDA man.
Like in that ring.
For others here, this tradition has also provided a sense of belonging.
Yeah, at one point, bro, boxing it out was like the thing to do. Like the guys in the streets, any little altercation they would have, they would fight, they would shake hands afterwards. And I'm seeing it doing this here, but it's under controlled environments, which is even better if you ask me. But at some point, it's like, when you recognize this, you just keep a level of respect for each other. Because when you see each other in the street, you already know it's not the time or place.
Right,
You know, because y'all need to keep it in a controlled environment where it's supervised, and I think they just have a level of, respect for each other like that.
Yeah, I see passion and discipline. And I remember seeing something like last year, probably the end of last year, where Floyd Mayweather had went down there and he was hosting something. I feel like he was I want to say sponsoring some boxers or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I see passion. They want to be boxers.
Yeah, and I mean that's a future out of this as well. I mean y'all know
they've
like
been doing it for generations.
Right? As in their blood. So yeah, that's definitely a future out of this. If they really want to go live and pro with it, yeah, they can go big.
hola munna kapfuru wange ya dzulele bukati ya bathu ade adzolengera zviita uri ni uthonipiwa ka lushaka la hawo uve na dzina lavudi ka lushaka la hawo.
Despite the many broken bones and dislodged teeth in its path, the contest is said to have only claimed one soul back in 19.
Okay,
mtu ane orua awa aroba hapa rubandeni ho ndingazona mutarele vatori karita kwerero cha rubandeni arite ndingauri divorini hapa ndione wo manno abathu bofirawo kale hapa ndione hone horotha malofa abalwi bakale ari konu pfuluwa. This is the ritual now.
There's a mystical face to this tradition, one that involves evoking the spirits of the ancestors and preparing these grounds with herbs and charms under the cloak of darkness for battle.
Huna suzvinji zvoitiwawo uchivopiwa ground heyo rini mwana mwache svika apa nawo ana ikumwa kuumbulele ape angasiumbulenga ngwingiri ambule pedzi atende rini murangapanda ane akwamba zvone uteveliwa zvenezvo. Huna mishonga apa hune atobidziwa dzing'anga khulwane dzanga dzafara zvozo zvachimbira zvavo.
Crowds of fighters from far and wide in VENDA throng here on any given Thursday and Saturday in December to fight for a spot in the final masangwe of the year. And as the circle thickens, excitement grows.
Bare-knuckle, man.
But before a new participant can partake, masangwe has rules they need to adhere to.
Atenderi wari vachisvika vajena ngangomu arava na mutuvana komutama vamusumbedza face ari achivareresana ine vanhu vachivatama uva vatendera rini karitanga vachikotamba nawe mutu hapa rubandeni hwatenderiwa uri vapane varwe mushonga tsoho hwatenderiwa uri vapane varwe mushonga gona pedzi ya mutu ari vachikotamba naye vamurwa awa azvitenderiwi rini.
I like that.
Right.
Funa muri chasvika achivhuwa aima arini ndikwajagoisandwa pano arara pane vachikotamba naye akaka aimisa chanda ukavavudza uri ndwa yopera nendoshava.
A masangwe fighter is also not allowed to hit a woman.
Vatukana vose vane vatamba musango avatenderiwi urwa mufumakadzi avatenderiwi urwa khaladzi.
But this doesn't entirely show reverence for women, as they themselves are barred from stepping onto the arena to watch.
Oh, I'm not supposed to be watching.
Vatu vavanna vachiko vazvishumisa.
Arali mufumakadzi adatsini naye umbodzithoma umbodzivona madzulo awe nazvenezvo ngaimwendera utombodzithoma umenstruate.
With women barred from watching or participating, and men provided the platform to reinforce their pride, isn't this just another way to fire up toxic masculinity? Veteran Musangwe fighter Chavani, also known as 10 years Msimeki, says much like the initiation schools, Musangwe doesn't inflate egos, but helps create good men.
Yeah, that is that could be a downside to this. Like the gentleman mentioned earlier, he's like, I can't have people walking too close to me. I might chirp out and do something. But of course, the protection of women, the discipline of young men, them being all together, unifying. I feel like all of that does play a huge role in manhood. I remember a gentleman saying that it takes a level of pain and endurance and going through to develop a level of certain discipline in your life, and I feel like this is something similar to that. Yeah,
definitely. I see passion. I don't know what the boxing world is like in South Africa, but baby, there's about over 100 people here just ready.
Yeah. So I wonder if they actually like go worldwide with it. Like for some, not all. For some, the ones who actually want to take it on and try to do the whole real boxing
Make a
thing.
career.
Yeah. Yeah, talk.
He blames the spike of femicide and child abuse on society's deviation from tradition.
Choose. Father said, as a short as it. I was a cigar. Chash.
He talking
But
about
away
it.
from the lush valleys, in the township of Tondo, women would much rather not have their husbands take part in this brawl.
None of us about the opal round one go to was about Garuchika Warwanga facing Tipes, one with the Boko War Kuzukana, Vanamachika and Varmini, or Rwanga Munangenda, as soon as Zuru, Umunavukuma, Kotiavana Avangotamba Musango, and there's was on Kotamba Musango to Avodi.
This tradition has prompted questions among some. Can you be VENDA, not have fought in the tournament, and still be considered a man? However, in some circles, VENDA males have begun to push back.
Like, whenever there's something, a culture in Africa, and you don't partake in it, you definitely get looked at different.
Yeah, we
hear that a lot.
Yeah,
That's just what it is. That's the culture.
Well, you know, they hold their cultures in high regard. Like
Big
here,
facts, yeah.
With us and our cultures, we have a broad culture, black culture here, and then we also have regional cultures. Like in Louisiana, we have a lot of parts of our culture that other people don't know about in other regions. You know, so I don't know. That's just one part of culture that I would have to just respect not to understand.
I like it. Yeah. And again, like the ladies are saying that, the ladies are saying of their home that just because my man or whatnot don't want to be involved doesn't make him less than. You know what I mean? There's two sides of it and it's a balance. You know what I'm saying? Because you just got to respect it like it is. Everyone are, you know, they have their own opinion towards it.
Yeah.
Despite the ongoing global discourse on manhood, masculinity, and what the healthy approach to this is, masangwe continues. And although training is important, some consider mushonga, VENDA for traditional medicine, a source of strength.
Look out here what he said one time. Oh, you gotta fight when you have it on. Okay.
Yes, Kotopanga justice wa majoro chikomani joro fees or ndivyo right wakonezwa muno wa majoro upreventa chimwana chini zvakuti ndizvo narinara tokudziwa ubva murawa ndika umakuru wachuri nijia musangweni mutori wanga panganitorera munhu chikomani utivera mishonga ni kana zvezvozvo
ndingazitamburi ndayawo ngori latest wende muthu akereke woidzidza chigubhuko
Come on, man.
When the sun is just right and the crowd is alive, the president begins the brawl with a war cry. Some fights are comical. Some intense.
So many styles I'm very much so familiar with. It's crazy. Seen that one before. Come on, man. Yeah, okay. Might want to pick your head up, blue pants.
And others end in knockouts.
No, they're going to show the knockout? Oh, I seen that one. That overhand, crazy.
But all of them have an element of brutality. And for those who are beaten bloody, nature provides a river with supernatural healing powers close by.
Obatamba gazige lamadu. Uno te nuri wa watamba galamadu. Udofo wala kwa kitu wa ruone kana wa zimbao. Zino kama to bane about the asuvaisan.
Yeah, definitely tradition.
Beyond just the honor of fellow villagers, some Masangwe fighters fight on into stardom.
You know, he about 6 foot.
Mutu ane udiwa shango lote ndi tambom Filipino.
So Masangwe zitonto saza kudinga kama fungo boxi. Ngozvinge to rindi sabe na nyoko ndibe mutu ana wori ndidokona konzera pain namusindo namangange boxi.
Despite the pushback from some circles, the future of Masangwe seems secure.
Sazena nda aluwa haneta. Hoba unabahura ne kami. Bangobona roba bangobona tokala rune abachakona bo ungajana kaizo. Nando be waka umshumo uva 1993. Ngabakala beba dzula pasi bari rasi ya huyu. Hapa petu aungafi uduchimbiri. Arichikwamba na memra uhanga. Una bathu bane rosezana nabo bane butanza urini. Vado arendarini atichakona isapanda. Vado ujia mshumo huyu. Vaisapanda the way ndiko isanga panda.
And with this future, the debate about masculinity, tradition, and male egos continues.
Hello.
It's undoubtedly a violent tradition that has outlived a lot of its critics. In the process, provided a platform for young men to vent and sometimes, those rare times, create friends out of enemies.
Definitely.
For Newsroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Itekane Magweze. With my buddy here, 10 years, Rinda.
All right, so yeah, all right, we're gonna stop right there, man. Make sure y'all check them out. Yeah, them boy gonna be some problems out there if they really step in the ring. Like you talking about debugging fear from cushion to knuckle. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they're young growing with this type of tradition, so they're definitely gonna be a problem if they step in the ring. I'll try to go professional with it. And I think it is like a very big compliment to manhood, because I do think that this tradition does build character as a man. You know what I'm saying? We all have this like roughness in us that we want to just display. So I feel like this is a great way to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely in their roots to do it.
Yeah, and it's good to know self-defense, know how to defend yourself.
It's a lot of benefits. It's a lot of benefits.
Yeah, but I'm glad that this is a start to those who want to pursue boxing. Yeah. Boxing, that is a $1 billion industry. Probably even more than that, okay? And I love that, you know, they could start their ambitions in their tradition. Right. And get all of the training that they need right there until they pursue it professionally. So I like that part of it. Yeah, but I would love to see what you guys got to say about it. You know, what more of the information they probably left out that y'all want to pour in. And yeah, let's get into it. So one other thing that I don't quite understand is when they were comparing it to male toxicity. I don't understand that part. You know, just coming from our culture. Yeah. Trying to, you know, compare and contrast that. I don't understand that part, because possibly from all that was said, it could be a representation of them not wanting to
physically hurt each other.
Oh, outside
of everything that goes on a regular basis, and creating friends with your enemy. Because sometimes, you know, people all have a love of altercation in the streets, regardless of where you at. But when y'all have this tradition that you have to show up for, you get what I'm saying? It's like, at that point, what do? And you know, you can call out the person you want to call out. Y'all settle the score, and yeah, that's how it goes. And it just, you know, calms everything down. Y'all handled it.
Yeah. Okay, and so a part of the rules with this tradition, to those who partake in it, is that they will not fight outside of this environment.
Right.
So it's controlled, right?
Definitely
and that's
controlled.
discipline. So how do other VENDA people or other South African people view fighting? Because, you know, if a child is fighting, yes, we view it as bad here. But for those who partake in, that's where I'm having a disconnect from.
Yeah.
If they're partaking in it, they're following the rule that they can't fight outside of this.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to see, you know, why it's viewed negative.
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I know a lot of people are going to be like, any level of altercation shouldn't be had.
Right. Definitely.
And that's just how it is.
I agree with that.
But at the same time, when you have it like this, again, like I said, around the world, everybody's on some difference.
Yeah.
When it comes to, we all have opposites.
Yeah, they have fencing. They have, you know, some of the other things we have seen on the channel together with you guys. And we have seen like this level of fighting, or, you know, some form of this across the globe on the channel. We have showed some type of fighting across the globe. So, yeah.
And then you also have the women who just feel like they shouldn't have it at all as well. Like the men, for them, their husbands and their children, they don't want them to be involved with it because of whatever reasons. But they also tell them, you're not less than. You know what I'm saying? You still love, you still respect it.
Yeah, that's why I'm just trying to, you know, understand, you know, being a parent who have children who's a part of boxing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand, you know, the viewpoint on it, the perspective.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Share culture. Okay? We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.